from the swans on Harrow Lake. The council is very keen to say that it was a hot weather, overfeeding, all kinds of things. I know you say there's been problems elsewhere in London. Apparently there was a number of birds died on Rayfield's Park Lake. But we've had far longer and far hotter summers than we had this year, and it's completely evident that actually this lake suffered far more than any other ones in London and probably the whole of the country. The reasons for this are pretty much clear as well. The council has failed to dredge the silt out of that lake for 40 years. They have improved, I say improved, the silt lagoon by putting a grill in front of it that stops the fresh flow of water going into the lake. The barriers that were built around it help build up that water behind them and flood the whole of the area, making it impassable at the best of times. This is during almost every rainstorm, no matter how bad it is. This is stopping fresh water flowing into the lake, but also the fact that you don't clear the silt lagoon means that the silt that builds up in the silt lagoon then gets pushed into the lake, silting up the lake even more. The fountain also was a problem, and I know you've now put in, sort of the first time in God knows how many years, an aerating fountain that actually works. Thank you for that. That's very good. It's blatantly clear, though, the largest contribution to the death of the birds on this lake is the sewer problem. Now, I've got an email from you, Michael, dated August 2012, in which you said that you'd reported the problem, and your officers have reported the problem of the silt lagoon, the sewers to Thames Water back in March 2012. You also said in that same email that you couldn't really resolve this problem because it would take millions of pounds to build new sewers, and really basically nothing could be done. A couple of Saturdays ago we met a representative of Thames Water in the park. He explained to us that one of the main reasons why there's sewers discharge into the river and therefore into the lake at Harrow Lodge Park is because the pipes that come down, the two 18-inch pipes that come down from Hornchurch town centre, are caked in fat. Now, we're not asking you to replace the sewers, and we're not asking Thames Water, to replace them, but I would have thought in 17 months someone could have persuaded Thames Water to jet wash those pipes out, to clear them out so they were again 18-inch bores, meaning that the discharge of raw sewage into our lakes and rivers would have been far less frequent. In fact, probably hardly at all, apart from in the fiercest of storms. Now, you're saying again in this regeneration plan that's been cooked up in the last few weeks that you're going to contact Thames Water, but really what is going to be done to ensure that something is actually done, that they do actually jet wash those pipes and clear them out so that they actually work properly, because we're not talking a lot of money to jet wash a couple of pipes out that are caked with fat. And also, why did you allow your press department to lie to the Enquirer about the fact that sewage problems hadn't been reported in Harrow Lodge Park? And please, please, don't insult my intelligence by saying that you were actually talking about different sewers in Harrow Lodge Park. All the sewers in Harrow Lodge Park were reported. The ones behind the boathouse, the ones that run all along the bottom of the fields, and you received all of those emails. So you cannot say that they were not reported. Thank you.
You're absolutely right. I have been dealing with Thames Water in relation to their responsibilities here. They, to date, have not been forthcoming as I would like, but I will continue to badger them on that. You make some valid points about jet washing the pipes. I wasn't aware of that, but I will certainly go back to Thames Thames Water and talk to them about those particular pipes. I don't believe that I ever, in all the years I've been a councillor here, have ever seen any lies coming out of our communication department. They have a code of practice which they stick to, and they obviously get their information that is given to the press from the experts in our parks department. So I would obviously dispute that they falsely led the Enquirer. If you think that is absolutely what's happened, then of course you have recourse, I believe, to the local government ombudsman, who would be only too pleased to look at your case.
You've had 17 months to contact Thames Water to get a plan of action about sewage going into our lakes and rivers. It's obvious you have done nothing. And frankly, I asked for copies of that report to Thames Water on numerous occasions, and it never appeared. Never. Are you now going to send me a copy of that correspondence that you sent to Thames Water?
I know that we've copied you into the correspondence, not only that I had, but I think other officers have had with Thames Water.
No, you haven't.
Well, I'm sure that we would have...
You haven't. I can assure you haven't. If you'd like to produce in the next meeting a copy of that email to me, showing me Thames Water's response, that'd be fantastic. But I can assure you, you haven't. Now, with regards to the lie, I have been emailing you for the last 2 months, asking you to confirm to me who issued that lie to your press department and told them to tell it to the Enquirer.
As far as I'm concerned, the council has not published any lie. If you think the council has lied, then you have every right to complain to the local government ombudsman.
That's fantastic, I will.
Paul, I think there are a number of issues, and I think Councillor White has agreed to meet with you. And I think, actually...
Look, this is a council, yeah? It shouldn't lie. There is a blatant lie that was put in the newspaper to cover up their complete inaction with sewers.
Okay.
Mr. White has been asked this question on numerous occasions in emails. I'm happy to send a copy of all these emails to you. They refused to answer this question. They actually tried to cover up the lie with yet another lie, saying that they weren't talking
about those sewers, they were talking about other ones.
Okay. I think you have some very valid issues, and I think, as I say, Councillor White has agreed to meet you. I think what's important is obviously resolving the issues, and I'm very interested in the outcome of what happens in... Not that I have any power or authority, I'm only chairing this meeting, but I am interested in Harrow Lodge Park. I've been working with individuals who work down there and do some clearing of litter and different things in the past. And I'm sure Councillor White does want to see these issues resolved. So maybe sort of a step by step, and when you meet with Councillor White, he can address your issues and hopefully get them resolved, because I think, for the users of Harrow Lodge Park, it's very important. It's one of the parks in the borough I don't think has a green flag, but it would be an aspiration of the council, I know, for it also to achieve a green flag. And I'm sure for all of you who've raised questions about Harrow Lodge Park, I think, that would be a fantastic result and an outcome of this. But I do accept you have issues that need to be resolved.
I do have issues that need to be
in the park to have a look at these issues, but there is something really seriously wrong with this council when it issues lies and it tries not to answer questions about lies by hiding behind the legal ombudsman. If you can't give me a straight answer in an open session, then there's a real problem here.
I'm telling you that the council hasn't lied. If you believe that it has, then you have recourse to the ombudsman.
I've proved it to you.
You haven't proved it to me at all.
I'll bring it on the emails next time and you can have a look.
Okay. Okay. Well, the council has, we're in a complaint situation that you... Aren't we going for a stage 2 complaint situation?
Sorry, I have never actually
okay. Well, what I would say to you, if you think that the council's lied, then there is a recourse for you to, not only enter into a complaint situation with us, but also to the local government ombudsman. What I'm saying to you, I believe that the council hasn't lied.
Right, but then you accept there was an article in the Enquirer that said there was no sewage problems reported in Harrow Park.
There may well have been.
Did you see it?
No, I don't believe I did.
Right, so you're saying that, right, okay, so if I bring a copy of this article
to the next community questions meeting, which clearly says that the council have said there were no problems reported with sewage in Harrow Lodge Park, you will then agree that this council lied to the press, yeah?
What I will do is I will find the copy of the recorder. And
it's the 17th of July.
The 17th.
Enquirer, it's the Essex Enquirer, it's the East London edition. You can see it online, you can see it on your iPad now if you want to.
Okay. 17th of July Enquirer. Okay, I'll have a look.
Yeah?
I think it's fair comment that some of this stuff will have to be taken away from the meeting and researched and investigated in order to get a complete response.
I've had plenty of opportunity to do this. I've been emailing this for a month regarding this one issue.
Okay.
And I have had no response. And when I come along to here, I get told, refer it to the legal ombudsman because the council ombudsman, because I'm not interested in giving you a copy.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying,
I'll look at it and I'll come back.
I'm quite happy to look at the Enquirer, but what I'm saying to you is if you believe that the council's lied, and that's the claim that you're making, then you have recourse to the local government ombudsman.
Why do I need to go to it? Why can't you deal with it?
Well, I can deal with it, but, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look.
And then come back to me, yeah?
Okay, I'm quite happy.
You to do for the last month.
Okay. I think you have a response. It may not be a satisfactory response, but you have a response, and hopefully there's a way forward. Okay, but hopefully there's a way forward that there will be some action as a result of this conversation that you've just had.
This council to stop covering things up and start actually dealing with the issues. That would be lovely. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other questions? Sorry, could I